There's a thing I've heard called PABLO on YouTube, picking a Bricklink Lego order, where Bricklink sellers will go through their inventory and pick the pieces that were ordered. I wanted to try something kind of similar, but it's actually the inventory for a Lego set, and just kind of pick that from my storage and my wall. So the first piece up here is a bar, then we'll get into some bricks. I won't do every single piece, but I did want to try this out and see how that does for the channel, and then we'll talk about the set for a little bit that these pieces belong to. Alright, come down here. This is kind of temporary, but my bars are all mixed together, the same type of piece. So we actually want the thin bar. Nope. 1x2 classic. Whoops. Anyways, I need 27 black 1x2s, so I have plenty in here. Start counting. 6 black 1x4s. 4. And yeah, 6 of those. Some other bricks here, might get back. And 2 1x6s. 2 2x4. Alright, finally get to my actual wall bins, and we need 4 of the 1x6 arch, and there's actually 2 variations. So the new current variation has some little ledges. We need the old style without the ledges. All black again. Mostly black pieces in this set. And it goes in. Next lot is kind of obscure corner of my collection. It's a specific modified brick with that little bar on there. 12 black ones of those. Panels. Plates. Need some old light gray 2x3 plates. So I'm breaking into the overstock where I can really see one of those colors. It's very similar to the modern light gray, so I need this extra volume to search through. And I think that's 6. That overstock is down here, by the way. I don't think I mentioned that in the workshop tour, but I do have a whole secondary parts bin for the plates, in addition to my kind of standard layout right here. That's very grid orderly. Megaphone is in my minifig accessories. Right. 6x12 black plate. Kind of a funny corner of the collection. Has these 2x2 round plates. Now 8 of these, 4 of these, 1 of these, and 1 of these, and 16 of these, all in black. Yep. Alright, the next couple pieces are all in the slopes category, and this is where we get to a little bit of a problem in my collection storage method. currently 80% of my positive slopes and some of maybe 50% of my negative slopes, regular style, are in this box. And the box is full, so all colors are mixed together, all styles are mixed together. The only thing that's consistent in here is these are the regular, just continuous slopes where it isn't curved at all. So there's nothing curved in here. There's a couple that have the compound that go different directions. There's a couple that are inverted. So I do have specific slope types sorted, but the bins have been full for more than 2 years, and pretty much since then all of my surplus, all the slopes that come in, go in this box. And it's time to do something about it, but I have been avoiding it. So I'm going to try to pick the slopes that I need out of the box. If I can't find them in here, I do have the bins where it's sorted, but just a little reminder that I should probably address this soon. Yeah, I caved. This is the sorted ones. So some 1x2. A little more luck with the 2x4s in this box. And 4 3x4s. There's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. The last couple train pieces should give a clue as to the set here, help you narrow your range if you're guessing. These should be in the same container that they were when I talked about them in the mechanical category of the job lot series. Yeah, I have not sorted these out yet, but that's just fine because now I can just pick and grab exactly what I need. I think I'll have to go find some of the old style buffers with the removable magnet, but most of the train stuff I need is in here, so that's nice. 6x24 train base came with the lot that Josh and I did our time attack build from, so that little machine is still sitting here, and I thought I had remembered seeing one of these, so here it is. And with that, the inventory is complete, except to have an official set, I would need the box and the manual for the set 10205, my own train, the large train, including tender, and they had a couple different colors, but I think black is the easiest one to find pieces for. So that's what I'm going to build today, from essentially loose pieces in my collection. I'm sure some of these came from sets, but for the most part, this is just stuff I've picked up in bulk at decent price. So I'm not going to try to figure out how much it cost me to build this set all said and done, because I'd have to go back and track these down. Some of it is from inventories I haven't been keeping track of, like before I started tracking all that stuff. But definitely saving money by going this route. There are a couple pieces more difficult to find. Among them are these older train magnets. If you don't have these on hand and you have to go buy them, they're going to cost more than the current version. It's just a retired part, so cost is going up. These train bases are somewhat expensive as well. And this one isn't in perfect condition, but it should work for what I'm going to do today. Result is my own train 10205, kind of a base model for several variants of the set that were produced in the early 2000s. This one is a 2002 set, but they kind of did mashup of this engine and a slightly alternate build for this engine for the next couple years, I think 2004 or 2005. Just search the My Own Train theme on Rebrickable or Bricklink or Brickset, and you'll find kind of all the different combinations that were available. There was even a pack, a couple different packs you could buy that just had everything together, like just everything you'd need to make a starter train kit. But I did want to see how hard it would be to put together one of the large locomotives, just in this base black color. Probably going for the red or the green would include a couple of different pieces that would maybe be harder to find. And this one had its own little challenges. These 1x1 round bricks and studs are the old dark gray color, so definitely not as many of those as I do have for the other colors. In order for this cone to fit correctly up on the top here, it does need to be the old style without the ridge, otherwise it just falls off. So that took a little bit of trial and error. A lot of set images show these in transparent neon green, but the set inventories that I've found so far are transparent yellow. So maybe kind of up for debate there in terms of what that correct color is. Maybe they're both right. And then, of course, the old train magnets, if you don't have those, like I said, will be harder to find. They've been out of production quite a while now. All right, the big obvious thing missing from this is the stickers for the decoration. I would like to find some stickers for this model and at least put them on. It's just on these 3 slopes, and then these inset panels get stickers, and then there's one for the side rail right here. And I think it really does bring a lot of detail, putting on some pipes and valves and some covers here, and then the train number is probably the biggest thing that it does for the model. Only problem is these stickers, official from Lego, are pretty expensive. I did a little looking on eBay and found someone that kind of does their own die cut stickers. I'm not sure if they just scanned in one of the Lego products and made their own. That's probably what I'm going to end up buying and see how that works. And when that does happen, I'll probably revisit this model. Now, one more thing I do want to say before I close it out for the video is about the alternate build, which is just an engine, and then it actually has built-in tender behind the cab. So that's something you see sometimes with old American steam trains, and actually more so with European steam trains, I think. So I'll put a little image up here that kind of shows what that looks like with the blue model, which is what's available on different databases, I guess. But it turns out this set included the pieces you would need to build that little swap, and it's actually not very many in addition to what was used to build the train. So these 2 inverted slopes obviously go towards the back of the engine in place of the tender. That little bit of expansion allows for another one of these inset panels to go on the other side of the cab access. 1 additional 1x2 brick is needed somewhere. A 1x4 tile is going to be used somewhere, and then 2 more of these 1x1 clips all factor into that alternate model with the more compact version of the steam engine. That's without the tender. So some of the pieces from the tender are used for that. Most of the pieces from the engine are about the same. You know, everything up above the cab somewhat unchanged. I think there's a few minor alterations there, but when you do change that, you get a different looking cab forward window. And I think I want to swap this out really quick, something I had an idea for as soon as I saw the instructions for the model, just to see how it's going to look. And I'm going to need to add in 2 additional pieces that are not included in the set. So you can probably guess what I'm going to do with these. Let me pop that in real quick. Yeah, I think that looks a little better. They're a bit small for the effect, but I think that conveys the cab forward style window better than these little 45-degree triangles did. But again, these pieces were used in this version of the build because when it gets swapped around for the combined cab tender, it's one of those deals where it's almost like a creator set with that alternate build functionality. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you next time on Brick System Brothers.